So here are today's three big stories. They're all interrelated. And to show you just how interrelated they are, I'm starting with this Twitter post from Dmitry Alpervitovich. He said this: the following assertions can all be true. Ukrainian counteroffensive, it failed to achieve its original goals. Okay, that's fair. The war is not a stalemate. Russia is gearing up for another offensive as we speak. Negotiations cannot resolve this conflict right now, just as they haven't since 2014. I think you can hold all of those at the same time, but you have to think through this with some nuance. Okay, so let's look at the first thing here. So the first story that I want to look at is terrible. A Ukrainian defense minister orders a probe of the deadly Russian attack on military award ceremony. There's a military award ceremony near the front. Russian missiles could see it, and we know that Russian missiles can see it. Zaluzhny said so much that each side can see what the other's doing, and reportedly killed some 20 soldiers attending this award ceremony. They should never have been gathered like that, and they're looking into what went wrong and why they did it. Okay, Zaluzhny also used the stalemate language, and now this is story number two. Tensions are growing in Kyiv over the status of the war as Zelensky insists on conflict with Russia is not a stalemate. So it is on the front lines, but it's not necessarily. But when Zelensky says it, Time paints him as some kind of crazy guy because he's saying, no, we can still win, we can still win. But he has to continue to say we can still win, just like Churchill had to say this while the Nazis were invading France when he came to power as the prime minister. Churchill's inaugural address as wartime leader exhibited many of the galvanizing characteristics of his rhetoric as he spoke of offering nothing but blood, toil, tears, and sweat, and victory at all costs, victory in spite of all terror, victory however long and however hard the road may be. This is from the UK Parliament. Yeah, he came to power as the Nazis were starting to overrun France. Zelensky, likewise, has to keep, in leadership we call it sense-making, he has to keep his eye straight on this. He can't be giving mixed or double messages. But he has to say it. Now, what has Zelensky said recently? He said Ukraine is changing its tactics and will strike Russia unexpectedly to prevent a stalemate. They did it yesterday. They struck unexpectedly. They hit this ship. This was the Askold, and it's confirmed that it has been damaged. Probably, it appears, beyond repair, and that's where we are right now. So, this ship, it just came on. It's a brand new ship, and some of you, I was reading the comments because I did this video about the cost analysis, and some of you called me out and said, you didn't talk about all the future missiles that the ship could sink. You're right. I'm tired. So I didn't add future value in, and thank you for correcting me. You're right. There is even greater return on this, and I appreciate you mentioning it. Okay, that's all that I have today. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Ring that bell. Thank you for the coffees, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.